So let's scroll up. What champions do you own? You own a Teemo, 2 Dravens, and 2 Jinx. That is not unreasonable. Put 2 Draven and 2 Jinx in the deck. Go to unowned. And then scroll down to Blade's Edge. Two. Then Rearguard 3. Three Precious Pet. And 3 Saboteur. Are you saying something?
Oh, I must have been muted.
Yeah, okay. Then 3 Rummage. Gonna have to craft 2.
Uh-oh.
And Boom Crew Rookies. Eating up all those common wildcards.
That's okay. 2 or 3?
3. 2 Brothers Bond.
I like the card.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice card. Then scroll down. We need 3 Legion Grenadier. And 3 Mystic Shot.
That I think I have 3 of.
Yep. Put it down.
Also, I can buy another champion if that helps, by the way.
Then we need 3 Get Excited. We can do that, but we don't need to rush that.
Okay.
Scroll down. Because I mean, your resources are still limited. And like some people play it with like 2 of each anyway. Used Cask Salesman 3.
Okay.
It's just like burn, and when you play it on your defense turn, you can just use them to jump block that take damage. Jump Wump. 3 of them. Oh, it's a rare. Chunky Boy is a rare. Scroll down. And then we need Decimate. 3 Decimate. That means we have to cut 1 card actually. Probably just a Blade's Edge then. Wait, what do I have? Oh right, yeah, just shave one Blade's Edge. Now I know what the difference are. And yeah, that's the burn deck. I played it last night and this morning, and feels pretty good, and it's like the new hot aggro deck, so to speak.
Alright, look at that curve.
Yep.
Okay.
Roasting people. Teaching aggression. Especially at those ranks.
You're talking about play like controlled and slow and trade for value, and now you're going to teach me how to burn people out.
Yep. Covering all the bases. And last time we mid-ranged in Constructed. And now we aggro and burn people. Let me check the time. Yeah, we have like until a bit after 5:30 my time.
Okay. I was going to say, we haven't until 5. That's like 7 hours, man. Let's go.
Yeah, redraw everything but 1 rookie.
Okay.
We're looking for like an early curve, 1/1 drop. It's almost like a consideration to just like redraw everything just to find that 1 drop, but rookie is a very good 2 drop.
Right.
Although against what the opponent's playing, rookie can actually be a bit awkward on 2. And the Grenadier is technically better because it trades with like Elise and Horror and stuff. But yeah, we found our 1 drop, so that's good. So yeah, should have paid more attention once again to what deck the opponent is, and I assume he is still the Fearsome Ionia deck, right? Yeah. Oh no, he is a bit more of a... I guess he might just be playing Zed because he doesn't have all Hecarims in Elise, maybe. Or he's on some like more ephemeral based deck. We'll see. Yeah, just play our 2 drop.
Is it always worthwhile to play up a curve, like 1, 2, 3, 4 mana?
Unless you have either multiple plays instead, or the like floating mana allows you like a particular line next turn.
Right.
Yes, because you get the most impact for it. No. Let's think. But yeah, we probably want to open attack here. The opponent hasn't done anything yet, so he'll probably do something now. And my guess would be that it's Darkwater Scourge Deathmark, which is nasty, but not much we can do. So he did.
Okay. I figured it'd be better to do this and let him try to get something out to block this.
Yeah, given that he passed twice, he probably has a plan here.
Do I drop anything?
Yeah, definitely. Just thinking, I think 1-drop, 2-drop is probably a bit better. Oh wait, let me think. Actually, we could go Darius here, Draven here, and then next turn we can go double 2-drop, which is probably a bit better.
Okay. So 7 and then pass, right?
Yep. Like, you want to look at how you optimize your mana and board over the next few turns. And if you play a 1-drop and a 2-drop here, that means next turn we can only play Draven or the 2-drop.
Right, okay.
And if we can only play 3 units over the next 2 turns, it makes more sense to play the 3-drop and the 2 2-drops than the 1-drop, a 2-drop, and a 3-drop.
Right, you just get more power out of it.
Yeah, just get more out of our mana. Since we right now also don't have cheap spells that we can use the spare mana with, so there's really no point.
So is this deck mostly units then?
His deck or your deck?
Ours.
No, it's like a fair share of spells.
I didn't look at the breakdown.
But like a lot of the units act as burn spells because they deal damage right away. We actually have kind of an interesting spot here where we could just block with the rookie, and I think we're gonna do that. No. Oh, he has ghosted to that. Never mind. Yeah. Then I think we just take it? I guess we just have to take it, because blocking the ephemeral token is kind of bad, because then he can like Vile Feast our 1/1. So we just have to take it, even though the 4/3 blocks a bit more annoyingly, but that's fine. Plus we have the Blade's Edge and the Whirling Blade to finish it off.
Right. Alright, so now we're dropping the 2 and 2, right?
Yeah, but start with the rookie. Let's see what he does first before we show him that we have a 3/1. Maybe he uses his mana and can't like Vile Feast it right away or something. It's unlikely, but might as well. There goes Draven. Bye. And I guess now we just play Grenadier, and then we have a decent open attack next turn.
Okay. Yeah, because that's 4 damage already.
Yep. A lot of damage.
And open, right?
Yep. He gets so much mana, it's way too dangerous to play first. And we have a lot of damage, like he has 1 blocker, we have 4 attackers. Hey Schwax, welcome to the stream. So we deal 4, 8, 10. Yeah, we just let it happen, and post combat you can just decimate and he dies.
That's not actually.
I mean, he could have deny, but so be it, I guess.
Well, let's hope he spends 5 mana right here.
There could have been an argument for like Whirling Blade on something with one of the 1-drops, but that's not ideal. Okay, then he just dies.
He could still have mana for it, right?
Yeah, but if he denies, then at least his Darkwater Scourge dies because he can't play Deathmark and deny. So it's like good for us either way.
Right.
Then the Scourge just dies for nothing, and then he just loses anyway. Like, he is still dead to Grenadier plus Blade's Edge.
Right.
So we have double lethal, and his comeback just dies.
Well, that was quick.
Yep. that's how that goes.
Interesting. I like that.
It's very satisfying, right?
Yeah, it's just like he's dead. That's it.
Yep. And yeah, like you had some good instinct with like the open attacks and stuff, so you wanna like in spots where the opponent has a lot of mana, and especially if they didn't do anything the turns before, that's telegraphing that they kind of ramping up to some big play, or only have like later more impactful things, and then on like key turns you obviously don't wanna give them an opportunity to catch back up before you hit them once with your 3 dudes or something. Now we want to put both away. They're not that powerful to like play on curve. They're more the kind of thing that you just want to have in your deck, but I don't think you usually want to keep those in the opening hand.
Okay.
Like we rather draw a Draven or maybe like another 1 and 2 drop so we can make multiple plays in a turn, stuff like that. Yep. There's just not a lot of benefit to keeping him in hand. It's just a very medium unit.
That's right?
Yep.
He can't
he can't block. And even if he can, you still want to take the attack to take away his choice of challenging whatever he feels like challenging.
Right.
Or whatever else might happen. Like he might play a Lucian on 2 and then if it dies later, the Lucian progresses on his level up and stuff like that. There's just a lot of things.
Why is that highlighted? See that?
That is weird. I have no idea.
That must be another misdrake, right?
I mean, maybe that's what it means, that it shows us what it buffs, but that shouldn't happen. Like, that seems really bad. Like, why? Yeah, I guess we play Rookie.
Okay. That's so funny.
Because next turn we can play Draven pre-combat and then attack, because then if he blocks the Rookie with the raise, we can just use the Whirling Blade. I mean, I guess we could also play like Grenadier here and trade, but that's not too hot either. So that is probably a bit better. Just slam the Draven.
Yeah.
He might play that race that we just saw.
Yeah.
That is so weird. That it gives away that you have a race in hand.
Yeah, no.
Drain.
It's happened with a couple of things where I will like highlight the card because I'm trying to remove the card and something else was below in his hand. Yeah, see? That's nuts.
Well, in like some cases it's not a big deal though. Like, you know, if it's like a mentor, you know he buffed a card in hand, so if it gets highlighted, it's whatever. But like, in this case, it actually told us he has a mistrace in hand that we shouldn't know he has in hand. That is very weird. Yeah, attack.
That's so funny. So what am I discarding here?
That's an interesting question, and I would argue get excited because we want the Rummage, because the Chump gives us 2 free cards that we can turn into real cards with Rummage.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah. The other option would have been the Grenadier. Not 100% sure which one I like better to discard there. But I guess the Grenadier deals 1 damage less to the opponent's face, plus having the potential to trade with a unit, and costing a mana less and a card less, so it's probably a better keep.
Got it.
Like even if it only like chump blocks and damages a unit, deals 2 to the enemy, we save the card a mana for 1 damage less. That seems pretty reasonable. And look, the opponent's already like almost below 10. He's melting like butter in the sun.
This is so interesting. Some of my games go to like 9, 10 mana and then like chilling. Okay, so chump off, right?
Yep. That also denies the opponent any meaningful attack.
Right.
I mean, he can attack and like Vile Feast or Mark of the Isles, but that's a pretty solid outcome for us. Also, if he has Vile Feast, he'll probably just Vile Feast the Boom Crew.
Right.
But he has nothing, so that's cool. I like nothing. First order of the business will be Rummage on the 2 Mushroom Clouds because it's a burst spell, so it doesn't affect our potential open attack, but gives us more information. Like if you can draw, yeah, it's a burst spell, so you don't lose priority. Basically, if you have something that gives you more cards, especially if it's that cheap, you ideally want to do it as early as possible in your turn, so you have more information on what you want to do with the rest of your turn.
Right, and it gives you more options.
Yeah. I think we just want to open attack here, actually. Because once again, the opponent has like 7 mana and probably is going to play something that is annoying for us and bigger than what we play. Like we play like a 2-drop and the opponent plays like, I don't know, a Race Caller or something that you top decked, which would not be that great.
Right.
We have the interesting option here of like Mystic Shotting either one of them. The question is which one? Mm-hmm. That's kind of...
Save the better card. You're protecting more mana, right?
Yeah, the thing is though, it doesn't really do that much because he still has the 3/3, so they still trade. So maybe it is better to just shoot the Skitterer, like let combat happen for now and then see what we do. Because we don't, that's the other upside, we don't need to Mystic Shot now if we Mystic Shot the Skitterer, because it's a 3/2, so we can do it at any point. And we don't have a second burn spell. If we had a second burn spell to kill the Skitterer later as well, so we actually get the 4/3, then it has more value. But this way, we might not even kill the Skitterer. Like the opponent's on 9, we have 6 damage of burn in hand, plus another Rookie and Grenadier, so we just play the 2 units. And I think we just gonna like kill the opponent with like burn damage instead of caring. Because otherwise we would need to kill it now because it becomes a 4/3. But it's like whatever, because the opponent will just get burned out.
Is this supposed to be like a or is this a mid-range?
Yeah, it's like a mid-range deck.
Yeah.
Basically with this deck you constantly want to like check how close you are to lethal, and the closer you are to lethal, the more you want to like not use your resources on units in combat and just let the opponent slowly get ahead on board while you fall behind on board, but finish the opponent off from your hand. Here I think we can just play the jump. Yeah, and then we'll just in combat do some stuff and Mystic Shot probably end of turn. So we don't need unnecessary actions. I mean, we can technically just take this.
Yeah.
There's not really much point in not taking this. Because we're gonna win next turn. Probably that there's not really anything the opponent can do. Because we also have overkill damage. Mystic Shot. Or actually, wait, let me think. How much mana do we have next turn? 7. That actually works out well. So put the mushrooms in the opponent's deck instead. Or he draws cards. Because that might deal like 1 or 2 damage extra if we're lucky. Which means we are extra safe. And we have enough mana for both spells anyway. Ta-da!
So no attack, right? And then...
Yeah, just chip it. Let it rip. Attack order here is irrelevant. Opponent doesn't have any lifesteal or anything where attack order matters. But you always want to like at least be aware that it might matter and check if it does.
Yeah, I was
That's
just
a good
trying to
habit.
I drafted elusives before the patch in Expedition, and I was playing with Lifeblade, and I kept having to like think, okay, I need this to go first so that I don't die. Yeah.
Also, after blocks, you want to put Mystic Shot on the stack so you don't need 2 actions to kill the opponent. Well, I guess you don't really need it to anyway, because you can like decimate Mystic Shot. It doesn't really matter. Just wait. No, just wait. But what you can do is you can technically kill the Dawn Speakers. Like you can just use 2 blades. No. Jeez, no. Discard the other blade. Whirling Blade with Whirling Blade. On the Grenadier. Just in case, for whatever reason, that he's not gonna die. I mean, I don't see him not dying here, but I don't know. Maybe he plays like Grasp or some shit. That means he doesn't quite die yet. And then this might be relevant. And now we have like still enough lethal through it. Grasp, by the way. Because we have the Decimate +3. But the Decimate might do it already.
Let's hope. Boom.
Got him. Burn in hell. How is the audio, guys? Is there like much echoing? I'm trying to do my best with my headset. Kind of forgot to put you on speakers again. Stupid me. So the echo was probably kind of bad.
Well, the echo was fine for earlier. Like I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, the problem is my audio is so bad that usually I couldn't like really figure out a good solution to this. That I'm sounding normal, but you are echoing.
Yeah.
But it's not from your end, it's like on my end.
I have the same issue sometimes, and it's from my headset actually going into my mic.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what is happening more or less, I think. Really annoying. What is the opponent on? Check the opponent's deck. Important habit. Okay, the control deck. Yeah, we just keep the 1-drop and the 2-drop. The other stuff is more stuff you want to draw later most of the time. Against like some decks, Brother's Bond is a decent keep because it makes your units fight better. But against his deck, it's just you're just gonna play it and the opponent's gonna kill the units you put it on. Why are you passing? You don't like to play your 1-drop?
I think I didn't move my mouse. I got a text from my girlfriend. You know how it is.
Aideen? Bite.
Is it better to get 2 units out or just 1 bigger one?
I would play double 1-drop here, probably because he can't punish us yet. Like, we will get the open attack in and then he can like avalanche afterwards, but that's fine. And it presents quite a lot of damage.
Right. Yeah.
And then if he avalanches, you can play the Grenadier after. And if not, we just won the game, basically.
Right.
Let's go! Oh, and we are floating a mana for the Rummage on turn 4, that's nice.
Ah.
That's fine. Boom boom. Does not have Veil. That he would have probably done.
What's Veil?
Withering Veil. 5 mana, deal 1 damage to everything. Yeah, we don't play anything here, it's way too risky. And we have enough board. And he burns 2 mana if you just end around here, which is great. And we float 3 mana with the burn spell in hand, so we don't lose any mana. So this is putting us pretty ahead in terms of like mana efficiency and tempo.
Gotcha.
And like if we just like he might be greedy, like people are bad, especially at that level. So he might just be greedy and hope you play something else into Avalanche, and now is like frustrated that you didn't give him that. Yeah, that you can play now. Because that doesn't die to Avalanche. No, we don't need to do it right now, because we don't have any overflowing mana. There's the Avalanche.
It's like your
Greedy McGreed face. Yep. We also have to open attack here to not get like avalanched again.
Right.
I think on our turn. But we'll see, we'll rummage first on our turn and see what's up. Maybe we have a play that doesn't get avalanched and then we play something pre-combat. Two shrooms. I don't hate playing Grenadier here, maybe, let me think. Because the thing is, if we attack with this alone, he can like grasp, which kinda sucks. And he doesn't have Veil already, I think. He has proven that. So he can only have like another Avalanche, a top-decked Veil, or like a Grasp. So maybe play the Grenadier?
Okay. Because then we still get
also, we
value
don't really have a better use of our mana here.
Right.
That's the thing, he can have to punish us here, which is a bit annoying, but I think that means we're gonna play the other 1-drop. Kind of just crossing fingers. And now we get in.
This and this?
Actually we could consider like Mystic Shotting this 3-1. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe do that. I think we have to like kind of hedge our bets a bit here and just kind of hope. Because we're not in the greatest position, like he has quite a lot of health. The Avalanche was pretty good. But
So
yeah, if he
what
doesn't...
cases are you looking to do that instead of saving the Mystic Shot to go face?
Well, here it protects a guy and potentially gets us more damage in. It immediately gets us like 2 more damage in from the 4-2.
Right.
If it works. And, of course, it's a guy that the opponent still has to answer.
Right. Okay.
Like, it's obviously a high risk, high reward play, but I think we are in a position here where we need to take a higher risk, higher reward line to have a realistic chance of winning this game, because things are not looking that hot right now.
Right. Is that because he has card advantage and we're coming into the point we're not as strong anymore?
Yeah, and like he is managing our board fairly well, but as long as he doesn't like sweep it again, things are still kind of rough for him. Yeah, it's pretty weird, funny, like I faced the first one on Brittle Steel this morning and was like, what? So yeah, it's pretty weird. But it was pretty good against me in the deck tech that I recorded and kind of made me lose a close game in a matchup where I'm normally pretty favored, but he was suddenly on like Brittle Steel and Harsh Winds, and I think the deck normally doesn't run either. Yeah, we just play our guy, do our thing.
And that's it. We have a lot of mana.
Yeah, well, there's not a whole lot else we can do.
Yeah.
Pass. Yep. No. Why do you want to block?
I was gonna kill it with this and then this.
Do you think that is a winning line? How do you expect to kill the opponent if you do that?
I was just gonna pray that I found something. Okay.
Yeah, but I think the list usually doesn't run either, Punny. Good point. See? There is our potential lethal.
Okay. So
Decimate his face.
okay.
And then we say go. Oh, actually, I don't hate. You can grasp your own units, right? So that doesn't really work. Otherwise, I would have said like we just attack with our 2/1 and make him kill it, so he doesn't have a grasp target in response to us double. I get excited him, but basically we just say go and kill him before combat.
Okay, so I want to get excited.
No. Just say go.
Pass.
No need. Yep. Since we can't kill him now, we might as well wait with both.
Got it.
And now you have to do it. Put both on the stack, on his face, and and then cross your fingers.
Card Braven.
Yep.
Yeah.
And okay. And hope the opponent doesn't have exactly Grasp or Withering Well. Oh, and Catalyst. Okay, there's like 9 cards in the deck. That's safe in here. What can I say? And he has 0. Cool. I mean, sometimes they just have nothing. But yeah, they have a lot of life gain technically. And I guess he probably has to cut some cards to fit these random freeze cards. So I would guess he probably doesn't run Withering Wail. Which is questionable because the card gets a lot better with Avalanche in the deck. And is pretty good against these burn decks. By the way, have you rerolled your daily quest? I saw you have a 1000 quest.
I think I did all of them. Yeah.
Goddamn Rim. Oh, you have no rerolls. Alright. You're just behind on your quests. Never mind.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
I didn't play yesterday.
And see, we're getting much more games out of our time with this deck.
Right. They're faster for sure.
Especially at these lower ranks where like people are really not that good, and it's a lot easier to win with this deck. It's just like a very efficient way to get out of these ranks.
Right.
Like the better your opponents become, the harder this deck becomes to pilot. Playing around all the things.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
We are probably up against Ezreal. Check. Yep, it's Ezreal. Sometimes it's a weird Heimer build or Heimer Ezreal hybrid, but this seems like the stock Ezreal thing. No? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because beam for 1.
Right.
Don't want to get beamed for 1 here. Because now if we play something and he wants to beam costs 3 and eats up his entire mana. Ooh, that's sweet.
This or this.
I guess we just go all out with the double 1-drop.
Okay.
Unless he has a Frostveil Archer. This is gonna hurt like hell.
Right. I guess I should have dropped this first, huh?
No, it's fine. But yeah, probably against Archer it's a bit better to do it the other way around. Yeah, it's probably better the other way around against Archer. And if he does that, it doesn't really matter, because if we dropped the pet here, he would have killed the rear guard, and that's actually worse for us, because then we have 2 1 health units in play against a deck that plays 3 Static Shock.
Oh, okay.
So this actually worked out in our favor. I also have no idea why he didn't kill the rear guard. I think it was pretty bad of him not to kill the rear guard. Because I think he shouldn't have much issue with like making sure he doesn't take extra damage from the Saboteur. Okay, he's a weird list with Frostwolf. I haven't seen that before. But
well, anything goes in silver too.
And play 2-drop, float mana for Rummage.
Okay. Well, like you've seen some of the deck lists that I've created.
Yeah, he might be like just improvising a bit or experimenting. I guess I like slamming the jump here, because the best thing he can do here is play like Bull Elnuk. And the problem is, if we don't do this and open attack and he has static shock, he just shocks 2 of our attackers, blocks the 3rd, and then we deal 0 damage.
Right.
So I think the open play is a bit better overall. Against Elnuk, it's not that big of a deal. And against static shock, it's a lot better.
So you're always trying to get damage in every single turn with this deck.
Yeah. So let it rip. Yep.
So that's something I'm gonna have to get used to, is changing priority from making sure damage goes, or making sure our plan comes through, to making sure damage just gets in.
Yeah, like the thing is, you still don't want to like trade too inefficiently, but bad trades that deal a fair share of damage become pretty acceptable trades in a deck like this, because damage is normally not that great, because a lot of decks just can't follow through on the damage. Then you deal that damage, but in the end the opponent survives on a few health. But against this deck, you usually don't survive on a few health because you get burned out. Right. So throwing away resources to deal extra damage to the opponent, especially if they don't have much life gain in the deck, pays off a lot more here in a deck like this.
Right, and because they don't have all those life steal units from... Okay. Alright, so here I end, right?
Yeah, we just end turn. There's no need to ram it right now. Might as well see what we draw and what's up.
Now we rummage?
Yep. That's like our go-to first action, basically. Because it's burst, so it doesn't take up an action and gives us the information we want. I think we start with the pet, because we don't want him to wolf the saboteur, ideally.
Right.
Although he'll probably try and wolf the jump. But that's kind of good for us, because now we can shoot this with the get excited. And I think this might actually... that's actually interesting. I think we might... like, show me the board again. Do we have 2 1 health units in play? Yeah, we do. Okay, and I think we want to keep the Blade's Edge because of this 3-1. So I guess we just get excited with get excited. On the wolf.
Yeah, right.
Now we're playing a bit more for the board because his deck doesn't have much board. So units, aside from his removal, are fairly reasonably likely to connect.
Right. And now
and once we already have units, so we already present targets for his removal, more units have no downside because he can't kill all of them.
Right.
If we had 0 units, it's a bit more risky to... it's a bit closer decision between whether burn or board is more important, because then it's much more likely that the unit we play just dies because the opponent has a bunch of cards and some of them might be removal. No, I think... actually, yeah, we probably have to attack like this. We can't really like Blade's Edge. Yeah, should have thought that through a bit more. Maybe it would have been better to keep get excited actually, instead of the Blade's Edge. Because we couldn't do it last turn and we don't want to do it before the open attack, so yeah, just let the attack happen.
Okay.
So if we're gonna lose this game, it might be because of that, actually. Yeah, I would probably just protect our board and Blade's Edge the 3-1 anyway. Because like the 2-1 spider probably represents more face damage than that Blade's Edge does. Because given that we have more units than he can kill, it's reasonably likely that this pet that we just saved deals 2 and the Edge only deals 1. Because the deck usually doesn't run Avalanche. So no sweepers. Yep, we're done. It's not so bad. Okay. Play our 1-drop. And end the round. Oh, wait. No, it's fine. Here we just want to open a deck. One has way too many cards. Scared of Elnux. Although I have a feeling he might not be playing Elnux.
Wait, this is lethal if he doesn't answer everything.
He doesn't need to answer everything, but he needs to answer like 2 things. Like this, for example, yeah.
So it's 1, 2. That's it. I can Mystic Shot and we win, right?
You don't want to show him now that we have that Mystic Shot. Why would you show him that now?
Oh, I figured because he was running out of mana.
He still has enough mana.
Okay.
Let it just happen and then shoot him after. What's he gonna do about it? Not like he has counter magic. Deny is in Ionia. And he doesn't have like instant life gain either. Now you can just shoot him. Burn!
So that's something else that I do. I just throw everything on the stack all at once and let it resolve.
Yeah, you gotta think about like when and basically want to play your stuff at the last possible moment, but last possible moment, the last good possible moment, because you can also wait too long on things.
Right. Okay.
But the thing is, unless the Mystic Shot to the face kills the opponent, you are down a card.
Right.
That could kill a unit. Like for example, if he would have, I don't know, like maybe he has something that he doesn't think he needs to use there because he thinks he has to hope you don't have anything and he needs it for something else. And then you Mystic Shot, and then he realizes, okay, now I need to use it, and he's forced to use it and uses it. It's not likely, but people make mistakes, and you don't want to like make them aware that they might be making a mistake, because if you Mystic Shot there, he gets priority again before the damage happens. If he goes to 2 and you Mystic Shot, there's not much he can do about being at 2. He's at 2. That ship has sailed.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. Let's check the time. Yeah, we have like 20 more minutes, about 15, 20.
It's 1 or 2 games.
Probably could be 3 depending on how they go. Yep.
I'm learning. Haha.
That's gonna hurt a lot on turn 3. On turn 2.
Wow, look at that.
A bit of a clunky hand.
So this is something I was wondering about. Doesn't this kind of run counterintuitive, right? Like he puts cards in your hand and she wants you to have an empty hand?
Why his cards let you discard cards for 0 mana?
Oh, it's kind of so it's basically just the same thing as the clump of lumps or whatever it is, the mushrooms, right? Or it's just free discards.
It's 0 mana plus 1/+0, and you have to discard a card to use it. So it basically lets you empty your hand faster, because instead of paying mana for a card, you can just discard it to give a unit +1/+1, +1/+0 this turn. Plus, it is additional fodder for Ramage and Get Excited. Because you can just discard them to Ramage or Get Excited. So they have a bunch of flexible options there. They can let you deal some extra damage for 0 mana. They let you empty your hand. They let you draw extra cards.
Right.
Pretty nice. I guess we just play cask guy. I wonder how this matchup goes. Kinda interesting. Yeah, just jump with a cask. Don't wanna really block with a real unit. He might have standalone, and then he just like eats our unit. And then he eats one on attack and one on block, and that's very devastating. Because we will have to attack into him no matter what.
Right.
So that already costs us a unit. So we need as many attackers as possible.
Alright. Jinx here?
Not too happy about Jinx. I think we play Rearguard here.
Okay.
And then Draven, I think, and just hope for the best. Swarm him. Yeah, see?
Yep.
Yeah, standalone. And then he's probably gonna play like Blade Keeper. Oh no, he's fighting. Okay. I guess that's fine. At least we can potentially force him to like block here, and lose his guy, because he's already struggling.
Right.
And we just turn it all in.
That's alright.
Let it happen. Putting him to 3 here seems like a good range, given that we have Jinx plus Jinx, and the second Jinx turns into a Get Excited.
Right.
And once our hand is empty, also gives us big bad rockets.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be hard for the opponent to get out from under this.
Wait, that's a 2-2. Oh, that's right, it's a 2-2 now.
Yep. Just play the Jinxie. Not
He's
bad.
just trying to leak it sometime.
Yeah, happens.
Okay.
Let it happen.
Yeah.
Play the 1-drop. Thing is, you can't Judgment either.
Their dialogue back and forth is hilarious. Do I just open here? Or do
Yeah, I think we open attack here. That should be very lethal. Should have put Jinx at the end though.
Mhm.
Jinx and Draven last. Because then he can't block Jinx or Draven.
Right.
I mean, he's still like basically dead here. Okay, that check he goes to check his life total. Or so you want to use Blade on the spider, the pet, or this guy. Spread out your damage.
Okay, right.
And get excited in the face with the 1-drop. That should be it.
Let's get dangerous.
So it's kind of interesting. I think we just actually want to like discard the guy so Jinx flips and we draw an extra card and can make a Death Rocket rather than play the Salesman. Also increases our chances of drawing like so the top and forces him to basically open attack or die.
Let's get
That's not so hot.
Can't I just play and then act?
Oh yeah, right, Pentropy, that's a good point. Was too focused on like other things. Yeah, we should have Get Excited our own Draven. That's actually a common line that you like against lifesteal dudes just shoot your own
Units prevent healing.
Yeah.
I play this, right?
Yeah. And I even like thought of that option like at the beginning of the turn but completely forgot during combat. Because yeah, like it wasn't necessary at first, and once he reposts it actually becomes necessary and would have been the ideal line because then he just dies. There's nothing he can do. I would have dealt like 8 damage that Get Excited on Draven instead of like 3. Would have been a pretty good Get Excited. Yeah, that happened. And then you have to like X something to get a rocket. Doesn't really matter what. I guess you put it on Jinx in case he has like a single combat or something, but not really. Rocket. But yeah, that weird redoubled Valor is probably enough to kill us now. Because I forgot the Get Excited line. Yeah, now we don't even have a way to empty our hand. I mean, I guess you can just try. But like, we just get judgmented out of the game here. But yeah, like, put Draven as second to last and Jinx as last. Sure.
Oh, okay.
And that's why we put at least Draven and Jinx in the back. That's not bad. But yeah, we'll do that anyway.
That healing is wild.
Kinda mad that I missed that line. Because it's like such a common play actually. Anyway, game is over. We can't win anymore here. You can concede. But yeah, keep an eye out for like killing your own guy against lifesteal.
Gotcha.
That's a staple of decks like this against lifesteal blockers.
Right. That's how you prevent them from staying in the game. I gotcha.
Yeah, we have like one more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Thanks for the follows, guys. My internet isn't the kindest today. Skipping a bunch of frames. Normally I don't skip frames during coaching. Check what the opponent's on. Okay, he's on Ash. Guess we can keep the pet. Actually, we can keep the bonds as well against the freeze. Maybe we don't want the pet. Maybe just mulligan Jinx. It's close. Could also mulligan the pet as well. Because unless we hit like a third 1-drop, it's not that great to have a 1-drop, and we rather find like a 2-drop. But I guess the high roll of like triple 1-drop, especially on the draw, is quite nice. So worth going for. Yeah, it's almost always rearguard turn 1.
Okay.
Yeah, look, we rolled the triple 1-drop.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I drop both these, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I do like Bond here against this deck because, yeah, punishes the freezes decently. Casual attack for 8 on turn 2. Sounds healthy. Wait, he didn't block? Is that guy mental?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
silver too.
Cool. And he also has 1 mana floating, but neither Elixir nor Brittle Steel. Yeah. Just pass.
Oh.
Don't want to Blade Raven into the 5-1. Yeah, and we just trade our pet.
That's it.
Yep. And now you can Blade Raven.
Got it.
Just didn't want him to challenge it.
Right.
Yep. We're done.
And now I open? Eventually?
Yeah, I think we need to open here. Also, it's like a pretty safe 6 damage. Can't go wrong with that, really. Plus, he might play like a decent blocker there. Like anything with 3 health would already be a bit annoying for her. Actually, not against the 6 mana. I was like, maybe we should bond here, but not really, because then he just like harsh wins.
Right, that's what I was.
That's like a bit awkward. Getting the save damage in here is good. And if he harsh wins without the bonds, we can bonds after the harsh wins, which would have also been nice. But he's already almost dead, as you can see.
Right.
Salesman, why are you passing? Make plays, please. The opponent's almost dead.
Right.
The last thing we want to do is just say go.
And this or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's playing basically the deck that we played last time. So there's not a whole lot. Like, sometimes they play a few avalanches, but he's at 4, so. And one guy survives avalanche. Oh, look at that. That's for Dash. Bye bye. Where's my X? There's your X.
That's so funny. That's wild how that works.
Welcome to the world of Burn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's hyper aggression in constructed.
So why is this a thing now and it wasn't when the game was first being played?
I guess to some extent it might have something to do with discovery, but also I guess it was maybe like, I mean, if you think about it, it's a reasonable question. Like,
Because like
deny probably makes it a bit worse. Like, people having more denies makes it harder to close out games with Decimate, but it actually probably still have been favored against elusives, and Shadow Isles didn't change much, and we like did pretty well against them. So the deck might have been good before, but people just didn't think of it or didn't try something like just like this. So
because I forget who I asked about Draven Jinx.
all the approaches of Draven Jinx that people tried were more like discard themed with like the discard payoff cards and stuff. This is just more like direct damage with Draven and Jinx, but less focused on Draven and Jinx.
Okay.
And ideally it's like 3 Draven and 3 Jinx in at least the list that I currently like. I made a couple of changes to the common list that I like. So basically, once you get them, you want to cut like the Blade's Edge and the Jump Wump for Jinx and Draven. At least that's what I'm testing currently. But I mean, Blade Edge, as you saw, has some nice uses right now.
Right.
Just tempo efficient. Killing a 2 or 3 cost unit for 1 is pretty sweet. Do you have any more questions?
I don't think so. I think that was it.
But yeah, it's actually like a pretty funny question that you asked there, because if you look at the like two most common pre-nerf decks, they probably were both like not that great against this deck.
Right. Because I was wondering about that. I was like, why? Because I played Red when I played Magic like a long time ago, and then and I liked it because games were quick. Right.
Yeah. Well, that's your red deck wins from Magic here. Your red burn deck from Magic.
Cool. Right on.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, as you saw, deck's pretty strong. Should get you a bunch higher and practice some with it. And
hopefully
anything else?
Next time.
Anything else before we hang up, or?
I think that's it. I need to do my expeditions. I haven't done any of them this week. So maybe I'll do that later this week. And hopefully I have gold by next lesson.
There's no gold 5, but yeah. It's only 4 tiers per rank.
Either way.
All right.
Either way.
I'm sure you'll be gold next time.
Right on. Thanks again, man.
All right. Good luck for the climb, with the climb, and yeah, thanks for taking another lesson. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well, and it was interesting and maybe helpful to some of you.